Hello everybody, my name's Spicy and welcome to my channel. Today we're back on Jason's account and we're going to be taking over his 3v3 and all three of his Hydra teams once again. So the reason that we're back on so quickly is he's pulled some absolutely top tier champions recently, and there's so much improvement that can be made to his account. Some to point out, we pulled a Duchess, a Necmo, a Helicath, there's a 5-star Acelin now. There's just a lot more champions to work with, and I'm sure we can get this progressed so much further than we did before. So, as a recap, let's go ahead and look at the teams that I had made him recently. So, down here, we have the first 3v3, second, and the third. This first one is still a really solid speed team. This next one is... I'm not the biggest fan of Cardinal teams, but I'm sure it worked just fine. But this is going to be a team that probably just gets deleted. And then this team as well is a really solid go second team, but I do think that one's going to end up getting replaced as well. Now, if we go down to Hydra, let's go ahead and see what was made before. So I made him a hard and a nightmare team. So we have Nightmare, Grisur, Newt, Krisk, Feral, Mithrala, and Wukong. Pretty solid team there. And then the hard team, Newt, Husk, Artak, what's his name? Oh, Bivald, Archbishop, and a Shamel. So those are the two teams I made here. We're going to be doing 3 this time. So I'm sure we can just go ahead, clear these out. We're going to clear out the tag team ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and build everything. I'm not going to be running the Hydra teams, but I'll be giving a general analysis of how well I think they'll do and the general damage in mind that I have. So let's go ahead and clear all of these out, and let's get to making the 3v3 teams. So first of all, we have the King and Queen duo now. Absolutely amazing. My favorite duo in the game. I prefer them over Tarichka. I think Tarichka is a bit too broken. I think that they're synergy is just perfect for each other. The next team, we should probably start out, there's a team that I absolutely love running, and I don't know if there is a UDK. I could be missing him, but I don't think there is. So I can't do that team. So we're going to wait a second on picking something else to go with Wukong. And then for this final team, we have Arbiter. I think Arbiter belongs in a team for herself, along with a Torment. And then back up here, who do we really have to run? So we can't run, I don't really think there's anywhere to run Acelin. He's a very strong nuker, actually. So that's something that I'm kind of thinking about doing, is just building Acelin to nuke and using him in maybe a go second team. Or even a go first team if we have a good increased defense champion. Looking at the increased defense champions, I could be wrong, but I believe Feral is one. I was wrong. Okay, that might have been in his passive or something. All right, Duchess has got to go somewhere. Usually in teams with Wukong, she's really solid. Yeah, she pairs really well with the duo. So actually, I'll put her with the duo. This is probably going to end up being the main team that he runs anyways. And in that case, actually, what I would prefer to do is move Wukong into this team. Because Wukong with the duo and Duchess is one of my favorite comps. So we're gonna move him over to here. Let's put that, and then Narcissus, let's go like this. Okay. So that is a very, very strong team, something that I don't see going anywhere. So now we have Acelin to work with. That he'll probably go in this team. I'm not sure who else will go here, but Acelin I don't think is somebody we can really pass up on. Actually, let's drop Helicath in here, and then let's go ahead and move in the Constantine into this team. I think this team is just already so strong that even with polymorph and stuff, just a classic Madam Cleave is just a great team. Sometimes you're going to get sheep, sometimes you won't, and when you don't, you absolutely blow things up, so I think that's enough reason to leave this one alone. Now, for the last team, we are really out of speed leads. We use 3 up here, 1 in here, which isn't great, but I think Mithrala is a no-brainer for this team. We get shields, we get increased defense for both of these champions. Shields, 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 more shields for Acelin to absolutely blow things up with. And we need one more. I almost just want to put Shamel in here, guys. Or even another... Yeah, I guess another Bannerlord would be ideal. Rhonda's the only one that really looks all that appealing from what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and go with the... I mean, the Molly is a... Oh, wait. No, let's go with the Python. What am I talking about? Let me double check what Acelin's aura is. 25%. Okay. Let's not worry about that. Let's throw him in lead. There he is. And then Acelin, and then the Python. Alright guys, these are the 3v3 teams I'm going to be building and showing off. But I think we should go ahead and move on over to the tag team. Not the tag team, my bad. The Hydra. And let's go ahead and think of some teams here. Now, I don't want to spend too long thinking about it. I already spent 3-4 minutes talking about the 3v3, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here, guys, because I don't need to talk it out as I go through here. I just like you guys hearing my reasoning on why I'm doing certain stuff in Arena, because team synergies are one of the biggest things, and as soon as I get done here, I'll explain everything I've done. I will be right back. Alright guys, here we are. We got all 3 teams. So this is supposed to be a nightmare team, a brutal team, and then either normal or hard. Either way. So this first team, we're looking at basically a full auto team. The only issue is going to be Newt's A3 and what he targets. So it's going to be a little hands-on, but still should be basically fully auto. We have speed control here. We have damage. Increase defense, increase resistance, and provoke, along with damage negation. We have perfect veil, we have block buffs, along with his really amazing passive. And then we have Newt for more damage. We have Krisk to be, I mean, he has enough resistance already and accuracy. I believe this build is going to stay, but he's going to be the mischief tank. And then we have our Duchess to just protect. And then this team, we have Blade Master for damage, Artak for damage and to set up Blade Master, Ugo for block buffs and decreased defense. We have the Hex from Mithrala. We then have Vizix with some speed control and provokes ally protect, and Shamel for torment counter. And then finally, we have this team with Ruel. For his, well, one, we like his aura, and then we're using him for Hex, damage, and then a little decreased defense, not to mention the perfect veil that he puts on himself, which I mean isn't the most important thing, but it at least makes sure that he isn't going to get screwed over. That's the one thing this team lacks, is a torment counter, but honestly it doesn't matter all that much because Whisper, the main damage dealer, should be doing absolutely stupid numbers. That should make it to where it doesn't matter really what Ruel is doing. And then Ugo for block buffs and a decreased defense. Whisper is going to bring her own weaken. So we have the decreased defense and weaken. It's just going to be a little unorthodox using her A1 as the main source. And really the only source. So yeah, we also have a cleanse and a heal from off Ugo. And then we have the Gwendolyn for her, well, she has her increased accuracy, her block debuffs, and then decreased speed, leech, and increased accuracy. So our main speed control here, along with the healing off of the leech. Python as a debuff stripper, a reviver. His passive is super nice. And then Molly as the full-time provoker, a little extra revive, and then some more TM control. So guys, those are the teams. And I am very excited to see what they do. I'm sure he'll send me some screenshots after I get everything built and once he runs them. But In the time being, I'm going to go ahead, come back, and build these 3v3 teams because I'm super excited to see how they turn out. I'm sure you guys would like to see them too. So I'll go ahead, get everything built. We'll test each of them individually and then take them into 3v3. I'll see y'all as soon as that's done. Alright guys, all the teams are built. We have them named. Name this one Royalty because it's a god. And then king and a queen and a king and a duchess. So it's the only thing that makes sense for that. This is Phalanx because just a bunch of shielders. And this is Speed because it's a speed team. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the first team's builds. So Wukong I left alone because there wasn't like too many gear pieces that were added compared to his old build. Well, compared to the last time I was on. So this build stayed still solid at 5.1k attack, 221 speed, 272 crit damage, and then 321 accuracy, savage, and perception. He is 4-star polymorph and is going down into Helm Smasher with Master Hexer. And then we have our Queen. So Queen Ancorum is going to be in Bolster and 1-piece protection. We're at 95.9k HP, 3k defense, 259 speed. She is fully booked with 5-star Life Harvest, and then we're going down into Timely Intervention, grabbing Cycle of Revenge and Retribution along the way. Then we have our White King, Narcissus. We have him in 2-piece, well, what is he even called now? Slayer, and then Savage. Have him at 84.5k HP, 201 speed, 100% crit rate, 256 crit damage, fully booked, 1-star Ward of the Fallen, and then we have him going down into Helm Smasher, getting Blood Shield, and Cycle of Revenge. And then, I forget the last one, the Team Duchess, yeah. So Duchess is in 6-piece Stone Skin with Immortal. She's at 84k HP, 3.3k defense, 245 speed. She is fully booked and is going down into Timely Intervention, Lasting Gifts, and Cycle of Revenge. And that is that team, guys. So let's go ahead and do 1 or 2 fights, and then we'll move on to the next team. Yeah, this one. This is the perfect team for anything with Narcissus. If they have shields, strengthens. Narcissus is an amazing Duchess counter. In my opinion, one of the best in the game. Like, nobody really compares to how well he counters Duchess. Because, I mean, they're putting out so many buffs and stuff, and once they have all these buffs, it doesn't really matter. Just blow it up. Almost killed. Keep in mind, his crit damage is pretty low at 250. Compared to, like, some high-tier builds. I know 250 crit damage isn't that low overall. It's just for the current situation with all the stats and things where you can get so many from just one blessing. Ah, man, that was going to be a block revive on Duchess. Let's go ahead and do an A1. That is the amazing thing, in my opinion, about White King. Besides the fact that he just counters so many people, it's his block revive. His pure damage is crazy, but his block revive is really just so strong. Especially, he'll do so much damage to a Rotos. His A2 like seems to ignore Rodos's passive sometimes, and then other times it'll not, and I don't really understand why it works like that. He seems to be just like a little weird. I don't know if like the coding is a little off or something, but yeah, a great team, gonna work very well. Similar to one of my main teams on my account, so very confident in it. Let's move on to the next team, and knowing what the next team is, I'm going to avoid any Barons or Georgians. Let's just grab a new page. I'm going to grab something strong, but just make sure it isn't a Baron or a Georgid, because, yeah, that isn't what you want to fight with it. You know what, whatever. I'll just throw us into... This one is strong, but we don't want to Wukong. So there's a lot of things that can counter the next team because it isn't a speed team. Single target damage dealers, why not? Let's hop into it. So we have Phalanx. This is going to be... how do I keep forgetting his name? I always forget his name. Helicath, Mithrala, Acelin, and Pythion. So we have our Helicath. He is He's just built pretty fast. There isn't too much speed gear on the account, so this was just taking from from a few different people trying to make things happen. He's in one speed set, one righteous set, and one reaction piece, 49k HP, 5.3k defense, 293 speed. He is fully booked, 1-star cruelty, and he's just going down into War Master. I didn't touch his masteries. I figured, hey, we'll just leave him alone, and he's used in PvE as well, so the War Master helps. The next one is our Mithrala. There she is. Mithrala is in 2 perception sets, 1 Slayer set, and 1 Stone Skin. She's at 70k HP, 3k defense, 264 speed, 173 resistance, and 429 accuracy. She's fully booked. Going down, War Master, Master Hexter, and Lasting Gifts. I mean, it's the exact same masteries I use on every Mithrala ever. And then we have Pythion. So Pythion is in 4-piece Stone Skin, 3-piece protection. He's at 77k HP, 3.5k defense, 246 speed, fully... Oh, not booked. Sorry, I misread this one. So he's not booked at all. He is one that I said he needs booked immediately. So it's just in the back of my head. And then it's going to be something very, very similar to Duchess, except he does really good heals. So we focus more on the healing than we do on Duchess, as she gets the shields, he gets the heals. But still... Lasting Gifts, Timely Intervention, and Cycle of Revenge. And then finally in the team, and my favorite champ in the team, Acelin. He's an insane nuker, guys. This guy does nuts damage. It really is crazy what he can do. He is in lethal, and he has 1 blood shield. He is at 6k defense, 230 speed, 100% crit rate, and 296 crit damage. A very nutty build. One of the better defensive nukers that I've seen on somebody's account, honestly, because he's still missing the ascension here. He's missing any ascension on the chest or the boots or any other piece. So really, this could become an absolute monster of a build. He isn't even booked. So we wouldn't need him booked exactly. This would be nice to get booked, but just getting the cooldown is what we're more worried about. He's advertised basically as a protection champion, but what he does best, in my opinion, is just insane damage, especially when you don't have the Taras, the Marichka, the champions that would go well with him. When it's just him, he does so well, just nuking. So we have him going down into Helm Smasher, and then we have Lasting Gifts on him because, I mean, you still want him to have his use case as a protection champion. So let's go ahead and pop into this fight. If we get to cut in, which is something that doesn't really get to... Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we could. Doesn't really matter. So we don't have increased defense, but we do have this, and we one-shot. That is insane, guys. This champion is crazy. I don't think he was valued enough when it came to if people don't have the Taras or the Marichka and stuff, as I mentioned, people didn't really realize, especially one of my friends, he pulled him and he was pretty upset. But looking at it now, I'm sure I'll show him this video and be like, hey, you need to get that guy out of the vault. He is disgusting. Let's do this one. Just to see his damage one more time. This one isn't trying to show like any crazy crazy matchup or anything. Just crazy damage. And that is a one-shot AoE, 215k. This isn't defense down. This isn't weaken. This is nothing getting messed with. We do have increased defense and we have a shield, but that's just a basic setup. That's something you can get in any team, really. Well, maybe not the increased defense. That is definitely because we have Mithrala, we can do it. But even then, without Mithrala, I've seen him on his own, without increased defense, do nutty damage. But let's go ahead, show the last team, and then we'll take them into 3v3. So this one, Arbiter, Tormund, Madam, and Constantine. First is Arbiter. All we're worried about on Arbiter, as usual, is just her speed. I'm tripping out. There she is. She is at 357 speed, fully booked, 2-star Intimidating Presence, going down into Timely Intervention, Lasting Gift, Spirit Haste, and Cycle of Revenge. And then we have our, let's go look at Madam real quick. I didn't touch her build. Oh, I did touch her build on accident. Let's go ahead and throw a piece back into her. That's my bad. See what we have in Righteous. This one's good enough. Alright, so she's in Righteous, Speed, and Cruel, just because that's where the stats were. 262 speed, 468 accuracy. Last time I was on, there wasn't a banner, and I apologize for not checking this in advance, guys. I do... Yeah, I believe the only ones are on just a few different... Yeah. That's why. That's why she doesn't have one on. Okay. Never mind. I did alright. She is fully booked, and she is in 1-star Chainbreaker now, and she's just going down into Eagle Eye with Cycle of Revenge, Master Hexer, Sniper, the normal stuff for any debuffer. Then we have our Tormund. He is right there. So Tormund is in Perception and Stun sets. He's in double counterattack. He's at 40k HP, 4.5k defense, 206 speed, and 391 accuracy, fully booked, and we have him going down into Fearsome Presence, Lore of Steel, Cycle of Revenge, and Retribution. And then finally, we have our Constantine. Constantine is in Savage and 1 piece protection. He's at 5.5k attack, 181 speed, and 100% crit rate, 282 crit damage. Fully booked, 4-star Soul Reap, and he's going down into Helm Smasher with double counterattack. Something I'm going to mention now is I'm not going to show you guys the Hydra builds, as I'm going to be putting out a video pretty soon after he gets his runs done of how they performed and what the builds were then. But for now, we're just focused on the arena. And you guys at least got a sneak peek into what those teams are going to do. So if you're interested, please tune in. And probably in the next couple videos, and I'll be posting about that if you guys are interested. Let's go ahead, just nuke. I mean, he does really good damage. Great nuker. We're just gonna, I mean, all we gotta do is that one. Let's head on over to 3v3, where I want to find some interesting teams. We are low down, so this might be one of the only full teams I'll be able to find. So we're gonna go ahead and run this one. Alright, what are we gonna do? So, for that first team... Yeah, I guess this is probably the best option. Tormund's annoying. Yeah, Tormund's really annoying. Maybe you go like this? Rhodos will be annoying, but not too much. So yeah, we're gonna go like this, and I think it'll be fine. Let's give it a go. 2x speed. We can TM boost. Oh! That shouldn't have happened. What? That's not how that works. I've used Duchess for so long. That is not how that works. Okay. A little buggy right there, but it'll be alright. Let's hit him with the A2. I just want to block revive this more too. There we go. He's gone, and now the rest of the team's gone. Awesome. White King Narcissus. Even not in the best build, he's just crazy. Okay. Oh my gosh. What in the world was that? Alright, sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're back. That was loud. Hopefully that didn't, like, absolutely spike my my recording there. I'll have to go back and watch that to make sure, but yeah. All right. So these are doing all right. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Really a lot of stuff is happening right now. Let's just try to get through this. Need one more turn to be able to do anything. Still super solid A1s from him. Once Roto starts going in, that's when it's going to become a problem. But hopefully we can get our increased... no increased defense yet. Our block damage is super nice so that we don't have to worry about any shields being taken down. His damage will get negated a bit if that happens. Alright, let's go for it. Ooh, almost got rid of it. Let's get the increased defense back out. And we just need to break through. Even not as a crit, we almost got Duchess down there. See with the A1, she's gone. He can't kill, the shields are too big. Here we go. I feel like a really good Rotos there would have killed regardless, but it is what it is. Let's go with this. Alright. And then let's go ahead and get this fight, and then I'm going to have to pause the recording for just a minute, as a lot of stuff is happening right now. Let's go ahead, get through here. Oh no. Alright, nuke it, and we win. Awesome. So I'll find a new fight, and then I'll start the recording back up. Alright guys, we're back. We found a team, so let's go ahead and do it. Apparently a deep freeze was getting moved down to here, so you know, interesting, but here we are. Let's go ahead and take this down. So we're going to move our Wukong into this team, take our speed into their speed, and wait, you know what, I prefer this. Yeah, I prefer this a lot. Let's give it a go. So the speed team, really just, you take it into whatever. If they tried to cut you, you can try to cut them with Tormin. Yep, like I said. And then Constantine just nukes. Okay, I kind of like the synergy between Constantine and, well, not Constantine, Blizzard and Wukong. They're just reviving each other. That's why I like Nodgar and, what's his name? Crap. How am I forgetting his name right now? The werewolf. Shoot. Forgetting a lot of names recently. Yeah, it ain't coming to me, but I know who I'm talking about. It's the werewolf, Force Affinity, and Skinwalker. Okay, there we go. That's unfortunate, but we have her here to help with that. Alright, through that team. Not too much to say about this now. I mean, you guys understand how the teams work. You see how well they work as well. Instead of just why, you get to see how. That's always nice. And I'm very happy with the results. One shot, and it's over. Yeah, guys, alright. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button, subscribe button. If you want account work like this for yourself, you can join my Discord through the link in the description, and there you can either DM me or open up a ticket where you can go ahead and decide whatever type of work you want done, and then we figure out a price. I have a prices channel listing. You can just look there, or we can talk about it. But yeah, that is the takeover, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.